Hello everybody, I am SS the Showstopper and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by, thank you so much for subscribing, and thank you very much for watching my videos. You are greatly appreciated. Now let's get into it. Now late last week, earlier this week, there's been something that is brewing over on the social media space, and one I want to touch topic on is the one between YouTuber and TikToker Pretti, YouTuber turned TikToker Pretti, and Blamdem, who is from TikTok, and he has been going viral. He has been making a name for himself through going out and disrespecting people, saying all sorts of things about anybody, dropping information and bomb and incriminating evidence about a lot of persons out there who are of questionable characters, who are also in entertainment, or also TikTokers, yada yada yada. And so it has been going on and on and on. I always thought that there's some connection between Pretti and Blamdem. I always say Blamdem is the male version of Pretti and Pretti is the, I don't know, some version, because she's not straight, she's not gay. I don't know what the hell she's. We do know that she's a hermaphrodite according to her, but she portrayed the image of a butch lesbian, and so she's saying that she isn't because she doesn't feel like she's a butch and whatever. She's just someone a hermaphrodite who likes women and stuff. So I don't know what pronoun to label her as, and I don't want to be disrespectful, but at the same time I'm calling it a her, because that's what she looks like, and she is biologically a woman. Anywho, let's get into it. We see wherein Pretti has come out and she said that she's in fear for her life. She's scared because Blamdem came to her house uninvited, and he came in mask, he had a gun, and he came to attack her, and she don't like it. She's in fear for her life. She made a report at the police station, according to her. In Blamdem's defense, he's saying that it was a prank. They were supposed to be in a prank together, and he had his phone recording, and he came there. He put out voice notes saying that she was supposed to meet with him, and he knows the dressing code, which is short term for the address. And she was asking him if he knows both dresses, and he was responding and stuff like that. Persons are saying this is from the 3rd of February, so it had absolutely nothing to do with now, wherein he turned up at her place uninvited. And so his defense is that it was all a prank, and he did not have a gun. There's no CCTV camera that showed him wearing a mask, having on a balaclava, or having any form of pistol or firearm in his possession. So her argument is in fact false, it's misleading, it's damning, and it's also an attack on him as an individual and an attempt to reveal his identity. Persons are also saying in defense of Blamdem that Pretti set it up because Pretti wanted his identity to be seen, and so it seems like she took a bait from someone, or boasting, or was paid to lure Blamdem to her place, because he knows where she lives, they know each other, she knows his address. So him showing up there wouldn't be any surprise. Showing up uninvited might be, but him showing up would not be any surprise, given that he's always there. They know each other like that. So something is brewing. But here's where I come in. I'm saying that Pretti is known to be extremely disrespectful. She's go viral for disrespecting just about anybody, from the Prime Minister to Governor General to politicians to other artists to other social media sensation, TikTokers, YouTubers. She has been known to be extremely disrespectful to just about anybody. She have also threatened a lot of people on the internet. She has threatened so many persons on the internet. So many persons. We need not to go into the microcosm of it and all those who she had done it to, or she have been doing it to. So I find it very surprising that Blamdem would show up at her place uninvited, and she would feel so threatened to the point where she feel the need to report it at the police station, and also to say in defense that she is in fear of her life. So there are two things that I'm thinking. Is either this was planned, or Pretti is really not about that life. You understand? Because if it is a planned situation, we can understand. She wants ICE to take him, she wants him to be deported, or she wants him to catch a charge, or she wants to expose him to his ops. And so that when he is exposed to his ops, they can approach him, they can pounce upon him, they can set him up anyway, and make it much more easier for him to become a target of them. And so that would be one aspect of it. or she's just a scaredy cat. She's just a person who talk tough on the internet, blatantly disrespect just about anybody. But really and truly, in real life, she's not really about that life. We have seen, and persons are saying that when, according to her, she was approached by Popcorn at Unruly River in St. Thomas when she visited Jamaica, she did not have the strength to report it at the police station. So many persons have approached her. She did not make any report of it. So what is it about Blam Them that she feel the need to make a report? According to her, she was approached and Popcorn was budding her up in court and was saying that, go down there. Attile, evil for true. This is how we fling with people and all this type of thing. She can use the river, but she needs to go down that section. So upon Popcorn saying all of that, at no point in time you felt threatened. According to Slick Whiteline, who is our friend in quote on TikTok, he said that he cautioned her to, he's going to put some soldier at her feet when she arrived in Jamaica. And according to her, she's big, bad, and tough, so she didn't need any protection. And then this was what happened with her and Popcorn. You understand? And he said that he cautioned her about disrespecting Beanie Man, who has been in the music for so long. She has to be extremely careful. According to her, where she said, or what she told Blam Them in the voice note, is that Slick Whiteline is a PUSSY, he's a scaredy cat, he take boosting and buying out and all these type of things. After he was protecting her and cautioning her, she took it as something else. And so with all of that mystification, I'm saying that Pretti Don, who portrayed the image of a bad woman, she has threatened people with a service pistol or licensed firearm or firearm if it's not licensed and it's an open carry state. She has threatened so many persons. So I find it extremely shocking that she would be in fear for her life after doing so many things and saying so many things about so many persons, and also was approached by Popcorn, who she had been disrespecting on the internet and also disrespect his sister. She didn't make any report of it, but yet she felt the need to report it in the United States about Blam Them showing up at her premises. So this is what people talking about, that it just don't add up. It simply don't make any sense, and there's more to the argument. You understand? I think that it should be a wake-up call for her. I think she needs to back up. She needs to check herself. She needs to think about what she's saying before she posts it on the internet. She needs to be careful. She needs to move with dexterity. She needs to think clearly before she speak, or if she cannot think twice, think thrice. She needs to be extremely careful, because this is not a safe space for persons who believe that they can come on the internet and make flippant comments and be facetious about serious matters and disrespect just about anybody, dignitaries out there, social media influencers, other persons who are out there simply because she felt the need to, or because she has a camera in front of her. She needs to think twice, because it's not that safe. It is never that safe for anybody. And that's what I'm looking into. I'm not sure why she would feel the need to be doing this. And I think that it's a person who encourage such bad behavior and pay her, send her cash up, send her this, send her that, and send her money, booking her. Those are the persons who are to be blamed, because they're the ones who are encouraging bad behavior, thinking that what she's saying is cute. I know a lot of it is heavily politicized, wherein she's professed about being a PNP and liking PNP, and because of such, she takes constant jab at the Prime Minister, at the other politicians associated with the party, and she gets the support of persons who are on the ground who are supporting the opposition party. And as a person who has voted for the PNP and as a person who has voted for the JLP, I think it is extremely disrespectful, and it's unbecoming of anybody to feel that they can come on the internet and just be nasty, rude, loud, vulgar, and very degrading, and carry themselves in that sort of undignified manner, and people thinking that it's cute. Once again, it highlights the low vibration, the low IQ, and also poor intelligence when it comes to the Jamaican society. I could never see a person and have any form of respect for them when they choose to portray themselves like that on the internet, and persons supporting that kind of behavior, thinking that it is cute, it is funny, and it will get you somewhere. It will only get you thus far, because those persons who are supporting you will never take you to where you really want to go. Those persons are in it for sensation, and we all know sensation has absolutely no permanence anywhere in the atmosphere. Sensation is always temporary. So I'm not sure why she thought that it was going to be a good moment. You have that reputation to live with. You have that character sticked on you and you have it stamped, and wherever it is that you go, people will treat you accordingly. You won't get much respect. If you think you will, you won't. If you think you will, you actually won't. When you've created so many enemies around you also through disrespecting people, for so many around the world to watch, to see, to observe, what you're doing is putting a target on your back. You understand? Because anybody can take you out, anybody can attack you, and you won't know it too. As Teddy Brookshot in Shatter said, that's why I can't any man brush him. You understand? That's why can't any man brush you, because you have taken jabs at just about anybody. You're firing wild shot, so anybody can fire back. We won't know who it is, or it's going to be very hard to solve that mystery. So moving along, we have seen once again the situation with Lisa Hyper. We've seen it with Dexter Daps, where she's speaking out, attacking Vybz Kartel also. She's calling him the P word. That has to do with children. She have called him out and saying that he's, a low-grade individual. She has no respect for him because he made Sidem his wife, and he's on the internet with Shauna Controller, with Cher, with Renee 630. These are women who are used up according to her and have slept with so many persons in the industry. So why would he have Sidem as his wife? And then he has these type of women out there in the social media space twerking, touching on him, and shaking their butt in his presence and all of these type of things. So she's saying that she doesn't even respect, Vybz Kartel doesn't even respect persons who did 13 years in prison with him, much less to respect Sidem, based on the things that he's constantly doing on social media. And I think we have all come to the conclusion that she's going through manic depression. She's spiraling and she's unraveling. She has, we see the last video where she was at the airport, I think trying to book a flight, or I don't know if it's a flight or trying to purchase a ticket. And, she didn't have one, and the police officers came. They took her in, I think, to the station. She's released, and she's making videos upon videos constantly just the same. And I think that when a person strongly believes that they have been decked a bad card in life, and it has been a repeated cycle, especially by the same person, when it comes to the whole entire realm of Stockholm Syndrome, after a while, persons will come forward, person will speak, that person who is affected will come out. You may not like the way how they come forward. You may believe that they're in grave error. You may believe that their approach is completely wrong. But as they say, when all hope is lost, you will just go. You will just go and continue going in. But what I also realized that is quite interesting is so many persons calling her a liar, so many persons calling her mentally ill, so many persons saying that she's having a meltdown, a breakdown, which we can fairly see before our very eyes. But what I'm saying is that persons are saying that she's lying and she's this. When she speaks on Vybz Kartel, she's lying, she's mentally ill. But when she speaks on other persons, she's telling the truth. And it goes again to this whole deity that a lot of persons have Vybz Kartel as if he can do no wrong, as if anything bad that someone else say about him, it's absolutely incorrect, it's false, it's a lie, and it's false allegations and all these type of things. But when those persons speak about someone else, it just so happened that it is the truth. And this is a hypocrisy that I speak on when it comes to this whole entire Gaza nation and Gaza feeling. It's just always topsy-turvy, discombobulated. There's always some sort of juxtaposed mindset when it comes to understanding of Vybz Kartel with the things that people have spoken about over the years. Another thing that I come to realize when it comes to the entire situation is that I remember when Cassie came out and spoke in the lawsuit about Diddy, and persons were in support. Not many persons were saying that she was telling a lie, but more so persons were in support of her. Then the video came out, the camera footage came out of Diddy attacking her or assaulting her. And then persons were looking at Diddy sideways from then and until straight up to his arrest. But people were in support of Cassie the entire time from the lawsuit. But I noticed that when it comes to Lisa Hyper, people are not in support of her. And I always say you have to be careful of the image that you portray on social media, because I think it's stemming from who Cassie is versus who Lisa Hyper is. Cassie is an entertainer, a singer, but what we know is that she controls how she portrays herself in the media, regardless of what was in the lawsuit and her basically prostituting herself to multiple people on Diddy's behalf, being paid by him. That is in the lawsuit. But she controls how she portrays herself in the media. Unlike Lisa Hyper, who is flippant at the mouth, very foul, very nasty, very vulgar, very raucous, very disrespectful, you understand, unbecoming of a woman, no form of decorum, very uncouth. When we look at these type of things, and then she's coming and saying stuff, saying some damning things about Vybz Kartel, about so many other persons who she believes strongly have been holding her back when it comes to her talent, when it comes to her craft, when it comes to her music. People are still looking at her sideways because they're saying that you are not known to be of good report. As I said before, Lisa Hyper knew that Vybz Kartel was in a relationship with Shorty, who is his baby mother, but yet she was a proud side chick. She was proud to facilitate a man who wanted to step out on his baby mama, and she wanted to be that proud side chick, that proud woman. You understand? She wanted to be that person. She did not have a problem doing it because her defense is that Shorty did not love Vybz Kartel. And because Shorty did not love Vybz Kartel, it should be okay for her to sleep with him. See, this is what a lot of side chicks do. They tell themselves a lot of things to sleep at night, to create some sort of mental comfort, not knowing that in the long run, it all will come back to you. Case in point with this situation, it's coming back to her, and she simply cannot deal with it. Here lies a similar situation that, according to her, when Vybz Kartel was released from prison, she was still intimate with him, knowing that he's with Sidem, knowing that he's planning to marry Sidem. You openly facilitate yourself once again to a man that wanted to step out because you strongly believe that you would be that girl. Because according to her, she was taking care of Vybz Kartel finances and his businesses while he was incarcerated at the time when Sicka Rhymes was attacked. She was the one who stepped in. So in her mind, doing all of that, what would be reciprocated is some sort of loyalty, some sort of financial gain, some sort of advancement when it comes to her music career and all of that. Now, we've seen wherein it went left from Vybz Kartel, went to the Grammy with Sidem. All of this is beginning to come out, and she's just from one end of the spectrum attacking everybody, speaking on everybody, to the other. And I get it. If you have a history of being abused by someone and you normalize it and think that it is okay because you were this and you were loud at the mouth, so you believe that, you strongly believe that you deserve the abuse, you deserve to be attacked, it's going to cement in your head that it is an okay situation. I saw a comment where someone said about Lisa Hyper that Lisa wake up too late. And it was a very profound comment because sometimes Stockholm Syndrome affects us to a point. But when that point has ended, then persons will come out and persons will start speaking out. Will you get that support? Do you believe that you will get that support? Not all the time. But what we do know is that if you continuously speaking on something, as what Jaguar Wright was doing with the entire situation, eventually it's going to come to light. Eventually the energy that you're feeding it will eventually come to light. And that's what we're seeing right now. She's going through a mental breakdown. We can see that because for you to speak to law enforcement officers the way you did at the airport, taxi drivers were completely strangers who could literally pull you out of their vehicle and leave you at the roadside, and you're continuously doing it. It means that you simply don't care about your safety. All hope is lost. You put your safety aside, your self-respect aside, your dignity. When you're speaking on Dexadap's genitals and all these type of things in such a low manner, you have thrown everything apart or outside, from your pride to your dignity to your self-respect, you understand, to your human decency. And with that, we know that there's a mental breakdown that you're going through. But I'm not saying that she's lying, because a lot of things are connecting. A lot of dots are connecting. And there is also someone else on social media who have said similar things that Lisa Hyper is actually saying. And who knows Vybz Kartel better than Lisa Hyper? Since she said she knew that man from she was the age of 5. From the age of 5, she spoke about knowing him. So if she's saying this and saying that, we can only speculate because none of us would know him like Lisa Hyper does. But that's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for your time. I hope that she gets the help once again that she needs. It's not funny with the laughing emojis. She may say some things that can be, yes, sensational at times during the meltdown, but all in all, it's a serious situation, and she's saying some very, very deep, dark, allegations about Vybz Kartel and about other persons. So we're just hoping for the best. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day, and may God bless you. Bye-bye.